ahead and use them. What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
Well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
You don't remember?
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
Hey guys, welcome to my next review. This is the Marvel Legends series, Maximum Hulk. Now, this guy, there's been a lot of talk about him. So I'm going to start this here with this. I have yet to see a review from this guy. Only thing I've seen is the reveal from Hasbro. I am not the biggest Marvel Legend collectors, and I've just slowly dipped into Marvel Legends. I might have 20 Marvel Legends. You can see 4 of them up here now. So I just pretty much started getting into Marvel Legends now. I do not own a Hulk figure. So when I saw this one, I was tempted and put a pre-order in. I actually had 2 pre-orders in. I was able to get one in at Best Buy for $10 cheaper, but then Amazon sent me this one. And I didn't cancel it. I tried canceling it, and they shipped it anyways. So yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging, and then we'll get to unboxing. So I will say, like I said, I don't own a Marvel Legends Incredible Hulk. I've never handled one. And when I opened the Amazon box, my first reaction was, wow. I was not expecting this to be as big as it was. So I don't know, it's kind of cool. So I was pleasantly surprised and impressed. So let's check them out. So here is the packaging. Here's the front of it. Down below, Maximum Series Hulk. Here's the bottom with the barcode. On the side, one of the product images. Here's the opposite side, another product image. And here's the top of it. Just says Marvel Legends Maximum Series Hulk. And in the back, the big image, the thing that they touted heavily on the live stream about him clapping. So let's see, let's get this table out of the way and let's start with the unboxing. Grab my knife. Should we go from the bottom or the top? Let's go from the bottom. Slide that open. Slide that. Let's get this table out of the way. For now, I don't need it. And then tilt the camera down a little bit. Put the knife away. And let's pull his tray out. Get the box out of the way. So he does come in a dual clamshell. The second one has the effect pieces. His flat hands. We'll review, or we'll go over each accessory after we get them all out. Or after we look at the figure. Does not want to come out. Yeah, that's probably loud and obnoxious. So here is the other black effect, or whatever battle effect you want to call it. Here's a head. Tell you what, this stuff is tight in here. Undo this tape. Grab the missile. And let's get this chunky boy out. All right. So here he is out of his clamshell. Yeah, I'm pressing his boobs. All right, so he's a chunky boy. Does he not want to stand? That's not a good start. There we go. All right, so let's see. Let's tilt this up a little bit. Let's go over the figure and articulation. So here is a close look of the head that comes with him out of the box. Here's his upper torso, pants, toes. Here's the back side, back of his head, his back of his arms, butt cheeks, and feet. So let's see, what do we got head wise? So feels like that's the furthest it can go down, that's the furthest it can go back. Gonna rotate 360, and he can do a little side action. Shoulders. Unless this rubber piece is getting in the way, that's the furthest his shoulders can go up. That one's doesn't even go up. Yeah, okay, they're about the same. He does have a bicep swivel, but the thing is, that swivel just swivels around, so it's not even like a bicep. It's a bicep swivel, but this is just a piece. So I wonder what's the proper. So this is, you can manipulate that around. So that's his flex. Wrist rotation. And then The wrist can go back that far. Well, and pop out if you try to push it too far. So you hear that inside? So he has a butterfly. And you can kind of see that a little bit. It goes back that far and forward that far. On a ratchet, soft ratchet. So he does have an upper torso. It can go back that far, forward that far. You can rotate 360. Its waist swivel rotates 360, but breaks the sculpt, as you can see. Hips. Legs can go up that far, then go forward to there. And that's the furthest it can go back. It does have a cut the thigh for a thigh swivel. And knees are double jointed, but he can only go that far with the bulk. There is a pin there, but not on the lower part of it. Ankle tilt can go back to that far, forward that far, rocker. And then he does have toe articulation. Go up to there, down to there. And if you look, there is a deco. I don't know if it comes off of the camera, but there's a, looks like a lighter yellow deco paint on his toes for his only feet. But yeah, so that's articulation. So yeah, it looks like that's how his this arm piece goes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's interesting. Chime in if that's how the other Hulks are, where the bicep is its own own piece. But I mean, he can only get he barely gets a 90-degree bend in his arm. All right, let's push him back a little bit, and then we'll go over the accessories. So here's the thunderclap effect piece. Here are the swoosh effect pieces. You get two. Are they the same? No, they're mirrored. Here is his fists. Here's his clap hands. And that one's got a little blemish on it. And here is his Cobra Adder missile. If you know Joe, you know this is his exact copy of the Adder, and the blast effect, the fire effect can come out, and it splits in two. Here's his face sculpts. Screaming face. I really like the deco, the highlights in his hair. And see if we can get a good look at the eyeballs. Not too shabby. Here's the grinning head. This one, I don't know, but the eyes look real nice. Maybe if I zoom in, it'll pick them up better. The eyes look really good. See if I can go back to the other head, see if it, with me zooming in. Just the rage in these eyes, shit. Like you can see, they look a little bloodshot. I like that. Here, since we're already zoomed in. And then these are just whited out eyes. So, zoom back out. I don't know if there, let's see, is there anything else left to talk? Well, let's put his other, no, let's do, right here, I'll pop his head off, do that on camera. So that's how easy his head pops off. And you can see he's on, it's a barbell. Put the screaming head on. That's probably my favorite of the three head sculpts that come with this. green doesn't, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but the green is off a little bit from his body. When you're further back, it's not as noticeable, but if you have it, it looks a little off. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but so let's do let's go into some posing, do a little posing montage. All right, let's do some figures for some size comparison. First, we'll go with the Jada Toys Guile. And here is, let's see, a Classified Series Iron Grenadier. Next, we'll show the Secret War Spider-Man. And since he's back here, let's put the CT Toys Wolverine next to him. And he is small compared to Wolverine. But yeah, that's all for size comparison. All right, time for my final thoughts. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is my first Marvel Legends Hulk. So I have nothing to base this guy on. I had fun. Like, immediately opening this guy out of the package and getting him out of his clamshell. He just felt beefy, felt solid. I had fun posing him. And just all the different poses. I mean, you'll see in the montage. I mean, I got him to balance on one foot. Now, it did fall over, but that was just because of the rotation of the turntable. The turntable is not the best when it comes to stability, especially when it's rotating. I've had other figures fall. Usually I cut it out. So I'll probably... also, when the way he was able to balance and hold a regular G.I. Joe classified figure in one hand. Like, there wasn't, like, I didn't have to do a lot of manipulation to get him to balance like that. It's like that, I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind, fun. I mean, I know there's people that are against this figure because they have Incredible Hulks already. And that makes perfect sense. If you have a Hulk figure, it's probably not the Hulk for you because you don't need it. And I'll admit, originally, I wasn't a fan of a lot of the 3 face sculpts. But I would have to say, I think I like the Screaming one the most out of all of them. Let's see. So let's go with negatives. So the biggest negatives, the effect parts, I mean, they're cool, but they're only for limited. And I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but the star looking one that's supposed to go in between his hands for the clap, I couldn't find a good way to get it to rest until I got his hands closer. And then that's the other thing so I mean, I don't really care for that. But my next point I was going to bring up was, that's the other thing. I was able to get his hands to go together without having that in between them. I know that's like the sticking point with a lot of people. His boob overlay, I mean, that feels fine. The one thing I will knock it is I think dust is going to be a real pain in the butt keeping off of this. And because I had a hair stuck on it and I had to pick at it to get it off. I just have a feeling it's going to be a dust and hair magnet. So beware if you have pets. Other than that, I mean, like I said, it feels good. I like it. I'm not disappointed with the purchase. But like I said, this is my first Hulk, and it's probably going to be my only Hulk. Green Hulk, I should say. But yeah, so that's all I can think. Like I said, if you're in the same position as me, you don't have a Hulk already, this is a decent one to grab. And so I recommend it. So on that note, if you could subscribe, comment, disagree with me, let's talk about it. Also, look me up on my other social medias. I'm on TikTok, I'm on X, I'm on Instagram. I have my own Facebook page. They're all at Talib1980_collects. Look those up, follow me on those, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Remember, these are toys, folks. Have fun with your toys. Peace.
Thank you.